Hey guys, it's Sandeep with Fonearena and this is the review of the Motorola Moto G 3rd Gen, the latest mid-range smartphone from Motorola. The 3rd generation Moto G has a better camera, faster processor and 4G support compared to last year's Moto G. It is also the first smartphone in the Moto G series that is water resistant since the other two only have a water repellent nano coating. Is the smartphone worth the price? Let us find out in the complete review. The Moto G 3rd generation has the same 5-inch display with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels and a pixel density of about 294 ppi. There is a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the display that was present in the Moto G 2nd generation as well. The display is brighter than last year's Moto G, the colors are vibrant, it has decent viewing angles and the sunlight legibility is good too. Overall, the display is good, but still Motorola could have offered a 1080p display since most of the competitors offer smartphones with a Full HD screen in this price range. There is an earpiece and the usual set of proximity and ambient light sensors along with a 5-megapixel front-facing camera on the front that can record videos at 1080p resolution. The front camera with f2.2 aperture is good for selfies and video chats. It is a huge improvement compared to the previous Moto G. It lacks an LED notification light that was present in both the first as well as second generation Moto G smartphones. The loudspeaker grill is present below the display, and unlike the previous Moto G smartphone that has dual front-facing speakers, the new Moto G only has a single loudspeaker. The microphone is also present within this grill. The smartphone has a chrome rim running on the sides. The power button and the volume rockers are present on the right side. The power button has a rough feel similar to the power button on the Nexus 6 or the Moto E 2nd generation. On top there is a 3.5mm audio jack along with a secondary microphone, and the micro USB slot is present at the bottom. The phone has a curved design similar to other Moto E and G series phones. It is 11.6mm at its thickest point and is 6.1mm at its thinnest point. This is slightly thicker than the 2nd generation Moto G smartphone. It is 142.1mm tall and 72.4mm wide, making it slightly taller and wider than last year's Moto G. The main advantage of the 3rd generation Moto G is that it has an Ipx7 rating for water resistance. This keeps the phone safe from splashes and even drops in fresh water up to 3 feet for up to 30 minutes, but the back cover needs to be properly sealed by pressing all the edges and the part near the camera as well. However, the smartphone is not dustproof like some of Sony's Xperia range of smartphones. The back panel has rugged patterns and also offers a good grip. The white version looks more stylish compared to the black in our opinion. Even though it attracts dust easily, you can easily wash out the phone if it gets dirty since it's water resistant. Overall, the smartphone has a solid build quality. Motorola also sells replaceable back covers for the smartphone in 10 different colors and flip covers in 5 different colors. The Moto G 3rd Gen has 2 micro SIM slots and a micro SD card slot that supports cards up to 32GB under the back cover. It has a 2470 mAh battery, but the battery is not removable like the earlier range of Moto G smartphones. It has a 13-megapixel camera with the Sony IMX214 Exmor RS sensor, f2.0 aperture and a True Tone LED flash. It is the same sensor used in Nexus 6, but this lacks OIS. The camera UI is simple, similar to other Motorola smartphones. There is an option to control focus and exposure drag the bracket where you need to set the focus. It also has quick capture feature that lets you just twist your wrist quickly in order to launch the camera application. However, we found that this doesn't always work. Daylight images and macro shots were good with vibrant color output, but low light shots have noise most of the time and lack detail. Focus is a bit hard at times using the focus bracket. HDR shots are oversaturated and are often too sharp. Thanks to a True Tone LED flash images, it helps to maintain skin color and is not overpowering. The device can record videos at 1080p Full HD resolution at 30 fps. Videos have good detail and the audio output is also good thanks to the secondary microphone. It can also record slow motion videos at 720p HD resolution. This actually takes videos at 720p HD resolution at 60 fps and then reduces the frame rate to 1/4 from the original to 15 fps, similar to earlier Moto G smartphones. Coming to the software, the phone runs on Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, which is almost stock. There's nothing to mention about the software in specific since it offers stock Android experience. It also has Google Now Launcher as default. We have the 2GB RAM variant with 16GB storage, and out of 2GB of RAM you get around 1914 MB of usable RAM, out of which 1.3GB of RAM is free on boot with just the default apps running in the background. Out of 16GB of internal storage, you get 10.98GB of usable storage. You can also move apps to the SD card when you insert one, but it doesn't have the option to install apps in the SD card by default. Apart from the usual set of Google apps, it has Motorola Migrate that lets you migrate media, call, text messages and SIM contacts from your old phone or move these from this phone to a new phone. The Moto app has Assist, Actions and Display. Assist is the usual Moto Assist with meeting and sleep actions. Moto Action has two features: twist the phone to launch the phone's camera to quickly capture images, and double karate chop to turn the torch on and off. The Moto Display offers time at a glance when you pick up the phone and also offers notifications on the black screen when you receive them. Google Play Music is the default player for playback. It has FM radio with FM recording and RDS. The FM radio app has a new UI and an option that offers audio to be played without earphones, but this doesn't always work properly. It can play 1080p Full HD video smoothly. The front-facing speaker is loud and audio through earphones is quite good, but the bundle headset is just average. It has a dual SIM option in the settings that let you customize each SIM card. It has 4G connectivity with support for LTE bands 1, 3, 7, 8, 28 and 40. Both the SIM slots have 4G support, but you can use 4G only on one SIM at a time while the other remains in 2G. There is a connection priority option that lets you choose data or voice. If you prefer data when you receive incoming calls on the non-data enabled SIM, it will go to voicemail when data is active. It also has the usual set of connectivity features and also supports USB OTG. The device is powered by a quad-core Snapdragon 410 MSM8916 SoC that has 4 ARM Cortex-A53 CPUs clocked in at 1.3 GHz per core, faster than most other Snapdragon 410 powered smartphones in which the CPU is clocked only at 1.21 GHz per core. The performance is smooth without any lag. Thanks to 2GB of RAM, the multitasking is smooth too. The phone gets a bit warm on using 3G or 4G in hot conditions, but it doesn't get too hot. The gaming performance is good and the graphics are decent in the high-end games we tried. Overall, the Moto G 3rd Gen scored 3.5 out of 5 in our gaming review. This is similar to last year's Moto G. The new Moto G packs a 2470 mAh built-in battery, which lasts for more than a day with average use. In our battery test, the Moto G 3rd Gen achieved a one-charge rating of 11 hours and 50 minutes. The new Moto G 3rd Gen is a good successor that has a stylish design, solid build quality and good battery life. The main advantage of the new Moto G over other smartphones in the price range is the Ipx7 rated water resistance. At a price of Rs 12,999, the 2GB RAM variant with 16GB storage is recommended since it is just 1000 rupees more than the base variant which has 8GB of storage and 1GB of RAM. Even though Motorola could have offered a 1080p screen and a faster processor, the HD screen and the Snapdragon 410 SoC is good enough to offer smooth performance and it doesn't have any heating issues. Other competitors like the Lenovo K3 Note and the Xiaomi Mi 4i have a high-resolution 1080p display and a faster processor. But if you want a water-resistant smartphone and stock Android experience, the new Moto G is the best choice in this price range. Listed here are the pros and cons of the device. Do hit the like button if you like this video and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.